Good afternoon. I'm Jodi Moore, the superintendent of Leland School.
And I'm Chris Bickel, principal at Leland School.
We know everybody is well aware of what's happening with coronavirus and the potential for school closure. And we just want to review with you what our plan will be in the event that that happens.
Okay, so in doing so, we're going to share with you some slides that we've prepared. So bear with us as we go through them with you to explain our process. Okay.
So to continue to engage our students in learning, we have worked together with our staff to create an emergency e-learning plan. We've worked with state agencies and other resources and other districts to create what we think will be the best for our students. The Illinois State Board of Education came out earlier this week and urged schools with the capacity to do so to offer e-learning and develop a plan as soon as possible, and to begin preparing the school community for the possibility of an extended closure. Typically at Leland, for something like a snow day, we, like other public schools, utilize emergency days. There are 5 allowed in the public school calendar, and then those are made up at the end of the year. This is a different situation. In the event the public health departments recommend school closure, we don't want our students to miss days of instruction. We have developed an e-learning plan to continue the interaction with the teachers, their assignments, and support services as best as possible to promote continued learning.
All right, so what is e-learning? E-learning is a virtual school day where teachers will communicate with parents and students on the activities and tasks that should be completed while at home. E-learning day instruction and activities are designed to complement what would occur during a regular school day, not replace. Our teachers are currently working hard to make the appropriate expectations for assignments and tasks aligned with the current curriculum that is taking place here in the building. However, this process is a learning experience for everyone, and hiccups most likely will arise. Constant communication between the students, teachers, and the parents will help this process become as effective as possible. How is it going to work exactly for us here at Leland? Each teacher will contact you as a parent and or student on how their communication plan is going to be set up. Some of this conversation has already started to take place between the students and teachers, and hopefully that will help with some of the transition. Most of our teachers utilize a Google Classroom platform to post these activities and assignments. However, some of our teachers have alternative platforms that are also user-friendly for the students, teachers, and parents. In each teacher's communication plan, they will outline their expectations for checking in and out of the class for attendance, and also the student's ability to complete tasks will impact their attendance record. Teachers will have their regular tasks and assignments posted on the classroom by 9 a.m. each day, and they will also be available for regular contact for everybody between 8:30 and 1:30 p.m. However, knowing that those time frames might not be accommodating for you, different arrangements can be made to help students and parents receive accurate feedback and assistance on any task.
The participation expectations are going to look different because we're a K-12 district. Students and the parents, when appropriate, have 100% control over time, pace, and means of learning, assuming the student completes the activity within the time block allowed by the assigning teacher. This can look different for the elementary. Daily time expectations for kindergartners is about 45 minutes. We would expect 3 learning tasks in that time, so about 15 minutes each. And you can see there on the slide that as the students get older, we expect them to stay engaged for longer periods of time during the day. They have more work that they need to complete, and also they're more independent. We very much recognize that the primary grades, our K1, 2s, and 3s, are going to require more adult assistance to complete their tasks, and we want to make sure that we don't overwhelm our families with that idea. At Leland, we also have support services. We have a guidance counselor and a social worker, and they will be available for our families and our staff primarily between 8:30 and 1:30, but also throughout the day and the evening. You just have to let them know when you need to talk to them. They provide services for students with IEPs. There are mandated minutes. Those can also be addressed through eLearning. However, if those minutes are not met, there is a statute in place that allows for compensatory services to be provided when we're back in session to make up those minutes. Special ed case managers will be in touch with their individual students and parents to determine what is the best way to support those students' needs per the IEP. And of course, because it's eLearning, we all like the tech director. He will be available between 8:30 and 1:30, but he too will be accessible whenever it can work for our students and our families to assist with whatever's needed.
All right, so connectivity issues. Obviously, this can be a concern if you do not have internet available at your house. If this is the case, we do ask that you notify your teachers and also the main office at 815-495-3231 so we can make arrangements to ensure that the tasks and assignments can be provided to your students. Administration is happy to support in this process and can distribute and collect materials to the students. Starting today, all 1st through 12th grade students will be assigned Google Chromebooks that will be used at home if the family does not have an appropriate e-learning device. If you are a parent of a kindergarten student and you do not have a device available for your child, please contact us and we will assign an iPad that can be used at home. We know that connectivity and e-learning devices can be an issue for some, and we encourage that you reach out so we can help provide appropriate supports.
When will this occur? This has been a fast-moving situation. It's unfolded pretty rapidly. It was just earlier this week that the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a pandemic. And within a day, the Illinois State Board of Education reached out to all the districts and asked us to immediately begin developing an approved e-learning program to prepare for an extended school closure. And of course, throughout the week, we have seen many, like the NBA, many other colleges canceling events, going to online learning. As of last night, we're starting to see statewide closures of public school systems, and they're typically projecting a 3 to 4 week time period. In the event that the CDC, the Illinois Department of Public Health, and our local health department make the recommendation to close schools, we will immediately notify you, our students, our staff, and the community. We plan to use 1 to 2 emergency days for our families and students to settle into the idea and the routine of social isolation. We also are going to use those days for our teachers to finalize how they're going to transition to e-learning and get that information out to you so that we can kind of hit the ground running on that 2nd or 3rd day with our assignments. We believe that e-learning is only really something we want to use in such an emergency situation. It's not a substitute for having the kids in the building. If we have to implement e-learning, we anticipate that we're all going to need to be flexible and responsive to our teachers, our students, and our parents as we continually work together to make the best of a situation and provide as best we can for our students.
So everybody, please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns about this e-learning plan through this time. We know it can be a challenging time for many, and we want to make sure that we work together as a team between the school and the entire Leland community to keep everybody safe and still provide educational needs to our students. So thank you for your time and support.
Thank you.